Here we are, Anna and Robin for the
Yes.
Tipsy Realtors season 6.
Yeah, we're like, so we already so much in season 7, right?
Hang on, stop.
Oh no.
Hang on, I meant to hit this one.
Are we still on? Okay, we're still on. Okay, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so season 6, Robin and Anna is back together, and we have a lovely guest, our most popular guest.
Exactly.
Ian from Advanced Mortgages, one of our most favorite mortgage broker. And thank you so much for being you've been multiple times a guest on our show. Always provide a lot of information, great insight to our mortgage products.
Absolutely. And we are doing today the Port Manhattan, and we're talking about cool ways to port and bridge finance your home that saves you money. And that's why Ian's here, is because he is our local expert.
Yes, we absolutely love it. Well, but we start with a drink, so I'm really excited.
This is also what gets Ian here. And believe it or not, I had a client who just went to this big, huge retreat, and she told me that I'm supposed to drink more of my liquor calories midday than in the evening. So
it's doing it 12:30 every Wednesday.
Just like your biggest meal of the day, right? Should be lunch, not dinner.
Exactly. All right. Hang on. Alexa, turn on main floor. I don't think we're going to get it.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
All right. So we are doing the Port Manhattan. So we're going to start with that, which is pretty simple. I'm going to throw the cocktail up on the screen. It's a pretty simple one, and I'm doing all 3 at once. So if it looks like I'm pouring a lot of alcohol in here, that's why.
It's because she is.
Exactly. So hang on. I can't talk. You guys have to talk while I count.
Okay, I'm
like, do you want to talk about porting?
Okay, so what are we pouring first? Rye.
So we've got rye whiskey going there first. That's the base of any good Manhattan. Traditionally, a Manhattan is going to be made of rye whiskey, sweet red vermouth, and bitters. This is the Port Manhattan. So it looks like the sweet vermouth is being replaced by a 10-year tawny port, which makes a lot of sense. Ooh. It's going to give that sweetness, that richness, that kind of winey flavor.
Yeah, and I see the color already coming actually of Manhattan color, which is really cool. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't love vermouth, so if you've got a vermouth hater in your life, this would be the Manhattan for them.
Okay. Yeah, I am not a vermouth fan. It just has to be proper balance on it, right?
Are you one of those girls where you get a martini and you're like, open the vermouth nearby, waft it near the martini, and like that's enough?
That's me, yeah. I do like, I will let you rinse my glass too with vermouth and throw it away. Yes. But if you shake anything or add it right into it, I was like, is there vermouth in there? Yes. Especially for my gin martinis. Okay.
And then here we're supposed to stir it until it's nice and cold.
Okay.
And now we strain it equally.
And stirring gives it that velvety texture instead of shaking, which gives it that more aerated, foamy texture.
Oh, yes, exactly.
I don't drink a lot.
No, but you did tell us you are a big fan of Manhattan.
Yes, right? I love a good Manhattan.
Actually, my husband, Rob, also a huge fan of Manhattan.
Same with Clint.
It's a good way, too, if you're showcasing good Canadian rye, you know, if you're stepping away from American bourbon.
Is there anything else but good Canadian rye?
No. Yeah. So it's a good way to use it and showcase it.
All right, so and then we'll put some cherries in.
Looks beautiful.
All right. Do you love cherry or not love cherry?
I love cherry.
Okay,
absolutely.
No, he's gonna get 2 cherries.
Oh, you don't love cherry?
Oh, I love cherry.
Okay.
But you're the guest.
Oh, gosh.
So here is our Port Manhattan.
Looks delicious.
It's like a really big portion here.
I did exactly what the recipe said.
Cheers, you guys.
Ooh, it tastes like a Manhattan. It's good. Yeah, a little different.
I like it with the port. Yeah.
I might like that better.
You might like that better. Yeah. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that vermouth kick, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I thought this port is gonna come out a lot, like especially because it has a little bit that sweetness to it, but it's not.
No, it's balanced with the rye. The rye kind of works with it really well.
Yeah.
Speaking of port,
porting.
If you are moving, if you are buying and selling specifically, and what are you doing with that mortgage you have? Are you going to end up paying a big mortgage penalty? How do I get my equity into the new house?
And I'd like to point out, when you say, everyone thinks they have to. You don't have to. There are other options, and you really need to look and say, okay, first of all, should I port? What is it going to cost me to not port? And you have to look at all those options. And that's one of my big things is I don't believe you should give money to the bank that they don't deserve. So you can move your mortgage from one house to the next without any payout penalty, but there are fees with it, right?
Yeah, there's going to be some fees. You also have to requalify because, you know, the covenant is changing. We're switching properties, so you do have to requalify with your lender. You can't just move it without any paperwork. But let's say
even if you're getting like less,
even if you're getting less, because the property is changing, it's got to be re-underwritten. You've got to requalify. So a lot of people make that mistake.
And they have to qualify the house too, right?
Exactly.
It's not just about you; it's about the house too.
Just like a pre-approval, it doesn't mean you can go write an unconditional offer because we don't know what that property's like. Maybe the bank doesn't like that property for whatever reason. But if you're porting, if you're just say you're going from one house to another, you don't need to increase your mortgage because you're just paying the rest in cash. That's a straight port. Your mortgage just moves. Nothing changes. Easy. It's never like that. Usually you're buying usually you're buying a more expensive house, right? So you need to increase the mortgage amount. So now you take your current mortgage at whatever rate that's at. Now we borrow new money at the new rate, and then you blend it together and you get a blended rate. So the math is we got to look at what does that blended rate look like? And okay, what if we just paid out your old mortgage, paid the penalty, and got you a new mortgage? Could we get you a lower rate? How much interest does that save you? And is it more interest saved than the extra interest you pay on the blended rate? So it's a bit of a complex transaction, but the best thing to do is just flesh out both options all the way through and see what the costs are so you can compare them directly and make sure you're making the right choice.
But when you have an amazing mortgage broker like Ian, he does all that for you.
Yes.
He's a little bit more plug and play where he'll just come to you with all that information and then let you decide.
I'll send you this super long email, but if you just scroll to the very bottom, it's going to say, and this is the thing that saves you the most money. You should do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, love that. And it's actually makes our job as realtors way easier just because we technically cannot do it. We can advise you on information, but that's why I always say, like, listen, you can do all those things, but you really should talk to your mortgage broker.
Absolutely.
And how many times, like, the people, like, I actually send people the summary where they should ask the mortgage broker because sometimes it doesn't come automatic that, full like that automatic service is like, here's all your options and here's what the best deal is.
Well, and one thing that you should know, and this is something I advise people all the time, when they deal with Ian, I know I never have to worry, but when they're dealing with like a bank or something like that, lots of times the banks will just tell them to pay out the mortgage. And I'm like, whoa, you don't have to make that payout penalty. And a lot of times, which people don't always know and understand, is mortgage brokers and bank people get bonuses and payment based on what's called new money, which might be why they're more incentivized to encourage you to go with new money versus porting your old money, because they don't get paid on old money, right? And being honest.
And that's important to be honest, though. That's 100% true. And that's such a short-sighted mentality because, okay, yeah, maybe you get paid less now, but I want to retain that client forever. 100%. I want them to know I gave them the right advice, that they call me in 5 years, 10 years, whatever.
Well, and both our jobs are referral jobs, right?
Absolutely.
If you have a great service on one end, you can recommend your friends and family. So please make sure you refer Robin Moser and Charanova in what to your client, to your friends and family.
All right. So next part we're talking about is bridging.
Yeah.
So bridging, let's be clear what bridging is.
Bridging, simple English.
In simple English, bridging means that you've sold one house and bought another house, but you still have possession of both of them for a short period of time, but you need to pay for the new house, but you still haven't got the money from the old house. So you do bridge financing to bridge the small gap in between the two possessions.
So the mistake people make here is not understanding the key point that you did state is that the house you're selling needs to be sold.
Yes.
It can't be listed or like, I'm going to sell it soon. Like, it has to be sold with a contract in place.
Yes.
Once that's done, the new lender that we're setting up your new mortgage with, they will offer you bridge financing at a super reasonable rate. Like, we're talking...
What's this reasonable rate?
A couple $100 setup fee. Some of them are free.
How many days you take.
And then they charge you a per diem interest rate of how much money you're bridging. So that's going to be...
if you don't mind me asking, I usually recommend about a week to bridge them. What would that kind of cost?
So it depends on the amount, but let's say you're bridging $200,000 of equity. That's going to be roughly... probably less than a $20 a day payment. Like, you're looking at a really reasonable payment. That's reasonable over a week. not so reasonable over 3 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you bridge over 3 months?
I think that's about the maximum you can do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought 30 days.
Oh no.
But
I'm like 3 days, baby.
but I've got another strategy.
Okay.
Oh,
Another strategy.
So-
we love new
So
strategies.
bridging
God.
is awesome, but you know you're going to be paying off all that money once your house sells. So instead of maximizing the bridge loan, what we should do is set up a line of credit on the new property as well. So let's max out how much of that bridge we actually, instead of using a bridge loan, we use this new line of credit on your new house. Spend all that money on the line of credit on possession day to pay for the house.
Nice.
And then when you sell your existing, you just pay it off with no penalty.
And then you have a line of credit that you don't have to go back begging to the bank to try and get your equity, because I hate that, because you obviously already qualified for it. And I actually had a situation with a lady of this who bought her house for $424, had the exact same job, nothing changed in her credit, but for some strange reason, when she went to get her line of credit on the house, she couldn't get the line of credit for the same amount that she borrowed before for some strange reason. So that's why I'm of the opinion, I love lines of credit on homes as long as you have self-control.
Yes.
If you don't have self-control, stay away from lines of credit on your home.
Well, and the reason it's better is the interest rate is lower. A line of
Yes,
credit is like prime
absolutely.
plus a half. Bridge
Yeah.
financing is about prime plus 2. So we can save you a massive amount of interest, especially if that bridge period is going to be a bit longer. And this comes to my last thing, and that's if you are downsizing. A lot of people downsizing, right sizing. They're selling a bigger house. They're buying a lower one. They'll call me and say, "Hey, Ian, my mortgage broker, I don't need a mortgage, but can you help me?" That's a weird one, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like, we're not going to get a mortgage in the future.
Yeah.
So how do we do bridge financing? Well, we can do it privately, but it's expensive. Because there's no lender getting you a new mortgage, they're not making any money off you, so they have to make it all in that short term. But again, I have a solution.
What's
you
your
have a
solution?
solution?
What's your
Okay,
solution?
okay.
So if you're retiring or whatever, let's set up a line of credit again on the new house and use that as your new mortgage.
On the old house, not the new
No,
house.
on the new house.
New
Okay.
house.
On the new house.
You
And we'll
need money to pay for the new house.
right. So we
Right.
set it up on the new house. We advance it to the max at closing day. Now you actually have a mortgage with that lender. That lender will now provide you bridge financing
my
at
God.
that low rate.
That's amazing.
And then when you pay it all off, once again, you have that line of credit in place. Now you can retire and you have that line of credit in case something comes up.
Okay,
Because
hold on. Say this again. So you getting a line of credit
on the new house. Yes. And then we're maxing it out. And on possession day, we're using that money to pay for the new house, plus whatever we're bridging from bridge financing, because you will,
now you're getting
because now you're getting a mortgage in the form of a line of credit.
Right.
That lender will provide you with bridge financing
Wow.
at a
Okay.
reasonable rate.
at a reasonable
And
rate.
then not just this, from an investment standpoint, your line of credit would be around, let's say, what, 6-7%? Four.
Prime plus half. So right now it's 4.95.
So your
It's
money,
amazing.
your money's being borrowed at 4.95. So if you have larger sums of money that are invested, you can live on the line of credit and then pull out annually money that's being hopefully getting at least 12 to 22% interest. And if you don't know how to do that, I have a guy. And then turn around and take that money and using the interest from the money you're earning and pay back the line of credit, and then next year, and then that's how you keep your money going on a long-term basis. So that's what's kind of cool, is you live off the line of credit, pay it back annually, and let your money grow at bigger interest rates so that your retirement can be forever. And when I say that, I'm not just saying that this is an idea. I have clients that I've taught to do this because your money should last forever, and you should never eat cat food as a senior who is retired. And don't laugh, I have been worried about this since I was 16 years old, because some lady when I was 16 told me that people eat cat food because they can't afford bills.
Oh my God.
So this is an actual phobia of
Maybe she
mine.
meant tuna.
I don't know, but it was just, I was like, I'm not retiring and eating cat food. So we'd not just want to, we want to give you all the right answers so that you can live the best life you've got.
Yeah, there's a little bit of financial planning going on in all of our roles here too, even
It
though that's
is.
not really our role, but it is. It's like we become kind of a little bit of everything to everyone.
Yeah, one thing I was having this whole conversation with one of our clients, right, who is moving into Calgary, and they're like, how do we move into a new place before our place closes? So I actually went through, there's some good ideas, but I know there's some products. I was like, talk to your mortgage broker, because there's a line of credit and you can do all those things. So okay, so I'll write her the questions she needs to ask.
Yeah.
in order to get some of those maybe potential answers.
And sometimes we can do it without selling the house first, right? If you're in a strong enough position, we can basically, just get the new house, set up the line of credit so you can easily put that equity on the new house when it does sell. We can then treat the existing as a rental, even though I know you're not renting it out, but we can treat it as a rental.
There's so many.
We can use that income. There's a lot of. We just have to look at the situation.
One thing I always say, and I said to this woman yesterday, is like how much your convenience costs.
Oh my God, right?
Like seriously, people are like, well, I don't want to pay penalties. I don't want to have. I was like, by the time you put things in your storage, you live on the couch of some family member or hotel or Airbnb, it's gonna cost you way more than if you paid for bridge financing.
And moving once.
And moving once. But here's the thing: is whatever your scenario is, if you send a direct message to myself and Anna Terranova at robinmoser.com. It's Anna at Robin Moser and Robin at robinmoser.com. We can send you a list. Tell us your scenario, and we'll send you a list of all the questions that you need to ask to your mortgage broker, to your bank, to whoever you're going to use when selling your house, and we can help you with that.
Exactly. Because, that's kind of our thing, right? Like we come with a business background, and that's why we love so much working with advanced mortgages as well. Because thinking of outside the box, it's not always straightforward. And sometimes you need to move things around to like win the Monopoly game, right?
And we love finding creative legal ways to solve a problem. Creative legal ways. And husband's a police officer, so legal is big.
I'm kind of big in this family. No, every situation is so different. Like there's no one size fits all. Like AI is not coming for our jobs anytime soon. I can tell you that.
Exactly.
Okay, but price time.
Price time. So today is our first week of June. That means we're giving away the prize. And thanks to our creative Robin Moser, Jockster, we're doing a trilogy
fun.
Of our Tipsy Realtor show.
That's right. All the books.
6, 5, and 4. And
speaking of trilogies,
Stormtrooper, Scotch, whiskey, whatever you want to call it. What is it called?
Decanter. And glass set.
And come with glasses. So it's super cool. Father's Day is coming up. So
that is super cool.
What dad wouldn't love this?
I know.
Seriously, that is awesome. So cool.
My husband is dying for it.
Well, there you go. Now you know about Father's Day.
I might have put him on the list. No, I'm joking. I did not.
All right.
But let's,
Anna's going to spin the wheel of fortune.
Ooh.
Spinning. I'm going to turn the sound.
What did it say? Ian? No,
it says,
I'll take it.
It's from Instagram at Tara and Neil. Congrats, guys.
Nice.
You did it. We'll be over for Scotch or
brandy also works.
Or whatever you're gonna
whatever
put
you
in. We'll give it a shot. Make sure it works out.
And so now, Ian, you're gonna help.
You're gonna be Vanna.
So this is the upcoming prize for next week.
For next
this
month.
is a twisted Scotch decanter, and it does come with 4 matching glasses as well.
So party of 4, anybody? Just
beautiful.
Put like a nice bottle of Scotch or rum or whatever you like to drink.
Vodka works too, if you're Russian.
And it looks so nice. Like if you have a nice decanter somewhere with proper, it's so pretty.
And just whatever you buy, just pour it out, put it in here. It looks so much better. It's so much classier. It's an easy way to elevate your situation.
Instead of putting the bottle on the table like every Eastern European does, right?
Exactly. Well, and it does. It looks fancier. And I love when I bring out like my wine or Scotch or bourbon and it's in a decanted bottle.
It's so true. Like we have no problem decanting a bottle of wine, and we actually do pretty much with any price point, not just like the fancy.
But you can make a $15 bottle of wine taste like a $30 bottle if you let it breathe.
So why not to present hard liquor in something nicer too?
Absolutely. And presentation always matters.
Exactly. That's how you guys sell most homes.
All right. So here's the other big thing. Next week, we are talking about the tropical hypnotic fishbowl. Because we're going to talk about 0 lot line communities and what they are. So if you've been in one, it feels like a fishbowl, and we're going to explain those why.
All right. And I know Robin has actually a fishbowl. We're going to drink out of it.
Oh, yeah. But you have to like, love, and share us on our Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. Is it still X?
X.
Sorry, X. I'm old. And YouTube.
So, and we are going to be starting planning for season 7. So, if you guys want to have a recipe in one of our journals,
or if you want to purchase one, they're available on Amazon.
They're all available on Amazon
for $20.
Exactly. And season 7 is coming out. It's going to be a new journal, new topics, real estate topics, new cocktails. So if you guys have any suggestions, please send it to us. Comment below our video, and your name gets to enter twice to win the prize of the month.
Absolutely. Now, most importantly, if you are looking at buying or selling real estate, have a friend, family, coworker, anyone you know, whether you like them, whether you don't like them, make sure that they give us and Ian a call to make sure that they get the best advice for them possible. It's no obligation. We want to make sure that people make great decisions for themselves. We really are here pushing that you make the best financial choices possible. So please make sure to give myself, Anna, and Ian a call. We'd love to help you and all the people around you out. So always make sure you let them know to call Robin Moser and Associates.
All right, thank you guys for
Bye, guys.
watching.